So we are doing our second rebuild from the major 14 blockbuster trade that happened on January 13th involving James Harden getting traded from the Houston Rockets to the Brooklyn Nets. So I already made my James Harden Nets rebuild. That came out yesterday. Go check that out. It was super fun to do around KD, Kyrie, and Harden. But today, we're doing it around the team that traded James Harden, the Houston Rockets. The Rockets took a weird approach to this trade. They didn't really get a star young player in return, maybe like a Ben Simmons or somebody in that sense. They got Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, and a bunch of first-round picks from the Nets, 2 or 3 pick swaps. Now, they ended up trading Karis LeVert and a second-rounder to Indiana for Victor Oladipo. That came out of nowhere, and they also traded away Jared Allen to the Cavs for pretty much a first-round pick in 2022 from the Milwaukee Bucks. So they loaded up on draft capital, and they still stayed competitive as a team to try to make a playoff spot in the Western Conference this year and years forward. Like, they still have pretty solid players in John Wall, Christian Wood, Victor Oladipo, DeMarcus Cousins, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker. I'm surprised PJ Tucker wasn't in a trade, because if they ended up trading Harden to the Sixers, PJ Tucker 100% would have been in that trade. But we'll see what this team can do in the Western Conference and seeing if we can still make the playoffs. I kind of want to build around 25-year-old Christian Wood, though. And the Rockets also got Dante Exum in this trade. I tweeted out that they traded for the wrong Australian. Maybe they should have got Ben Simmons. So yeah, I'm going to pretty much play Christian Wood the most amount of minutes. I'm going to start DeMarcus Cousins as well. We are going to give Victor Oladipo 34 minutes as well as John Wall, and we'll give Cousins 32. I want to see what that starting 5 can do, and we'll give Exum like 19 minutes. So Oladipo will be a free agent at the end of the year. I'm pretty sure that's why he ended up getting traded from Indiana, because maybe he told them, I said this in my video, that there was all those rumors in the offseason that he might want to trade and he wanted to play, or he wanted to practice with other teams in the offseason or something like that, and then maybe he went to ownership and the kind of management staff and said, like, that was wrong, I'm going to debunk those rumors, I want to be here, but I would like to maybe be traded, but I won't publicly say that because I don't plan on coming back next year, so if you want to get something for me, do that. So maybe he did that, respected Indiana, and that is what happened. So yeah, that piece from the Paul George trade is now gone. But yeah, they got Karis LeVert. I think I would have preferred Karis LeVert on this team. We're going to look to bring back Oladipo. I'm sure that's why they made that trade, because they envisioned re-signing Oladipo. So we're going to be doing that today. I came up with that rotation. Under Steven Silas, our system proficiency will be 7 seconds or less, and it is 3.5 stars. Now we'll see if this team can make the playoffs in year 1. We're the 8th team in the power rankings. We'll wait and see. So we ended the season as the 7th seed, and we made the playoffs, which is pretty nice. I wanted to make the playoffs this year. LeBron wins MVP. That's pretty cool. I don't normally see that too much in 2K. And Christian Wood is your most improved player. That's what I wanted to see. 21.5 points, 13.5 boards. We are building our team around Christian Wood. That is the guy we are doing. So I'm hoping he is a big playoffs for us. And I'm hoping maybe in this... Oh, I was going to say, I hope he makes an All-NBA team in this video. He gets it in year number 1. He's All-NBA third team. That's what I'm talking about, Christian Wood. Let's go. So if we take a look at the stats throughout the season, we kind of went over Christian Wood's numbers. He was great for us. I'm going to kind of set him, I think I'm going to set him either top potential or perimeter shooting next year. DeMarcus Cousins might be back to his old self. I'm going to look to re-sign him, but he might want a lot of money, and I don't know if we'll have bird rights or the money to sign him. But he was great. 21 points, 9.5 rebounds, 3 assists, shot ball down boogie. John Wall, 20 points, 9.7 assists, 50 from the field, 34 from 3, 71 from the line. I also gave him a 2-year extension, so I'm hoping that negates his player option in 2022, and it does. So we're only paying him 1 more year, over 40 mil. Not too bad. Victor Oladipo, 18 points this year. Not bad at all either. 3.5 boards, 4.2 assists, 47 from the field, 41 from 3, and 80 from the line. I'm going to look to re-sign him, but that's a very good year for Victor Oladipo. Eric Gordon, 11.5 points, 34 from 3. I'm going to look to trade him in the offseason. I think a team would want to trade for him. There's Ben McLemore, Daniel House, Dante Exum. That wasn't too bad. Maybe he'll be in the rotation next year. I'll look to re-sign him. PJ Tucker will be a free agent. I don't think I'm going to bring him back. We are taking on the Pelicans in round 1. I don't think we're going to beat them. They're so good in the sim. But hey, we won game 1. I will take that. We at least won one game. Christian Wood in the playoffs was very solid. Wasn't great, like, efficiency-wise. But he hit his free throws. But yeah, he was all right. Oladipo, 24 points. There he shot pretty good in the playoffs. John Wall averaged 21.5 first time back in the playoffs, and he was pretty efficient. But I'm happy with this season. We know going forward, I'm hoping we have the same front court. I'm hoping we have the same back court. The Lakers win it all. LeBron gets MVP and Finals MVP in the same season. But I think this was a good year. Let's see what Raphael Stone could do in the off season. Let's go here to the draft lottery. And I wouldn't have been opposed to not making the playoffs now. I was going to try to see what the Pistons pick was all about because they had this 16th or 17th, but I think it was the 16th pick in the 2020 draft, but they basically traded it as a salary dump to get off the Trevor Ariza contract. I believe it was their Ariza contract or somebody like that. Maybe it wasn't Ariza, but one of their big contracts to Detroit to save money, and that pick's basically going to be 2 seconds. Unless the Pistons make the playoffs from now until 2025. If they don't, it'll be like 2 seconds in 2028. So I'm expecting that to happen. So, yeah, I'm not going to take Detroit's pick. I don't think it will be yours. Anyway, yeah, so the Pistons get their pick at 3. We will have our pick at 16. So we'll have 16 this year, actually. That's not too bad in a loaded draft class. So I'm going to keep Steven Silas definitely around. We are going to fire Byron Berry. Go after Randy Martin. He's got that A-. We'll keep John Lucas, Jeff Hornacek. Wait, Jeff Hornacek is an assistant for the Rockets? I did not know that. I really didn't. But yeah, we're going to keep all these guys, David Johnson, Steven Silas. And let's see, we do get the trainer and the head scout. So we are going to trade Eric Gordon to the Miami Heat for 2 second-round picks. Basically gives them more shooting. We get off his 2-year contract and save a little bit of money there and maybe provides more money for maybe our mid-level exception. Actually, no, that's not how it works. But you know what I mean. We'll clear up some cap space. We get 2 seconds off him, and he's going to be a regressing player anyway, so I'm glad I did that. So we have pick 16 in the draft. I'll see you guys with who I take. Alright, so we did have 2 picks, one in the first round, one in the second round. I did take Josh Christopher out of Arizona State. With pick 16, he's going to be a wing scorer for us, hopefully off the bench. I don't think he'll be our small forward down the line at 6'5", but we'll see. And I did take Garrison Brooks out of UNC. Maybe he'll crack the rotation at some point in this video. So team player options. We're not bringing back 2 years away from being 2 years away. Chris Clemens, sure. Why not? And just Sean Tate, we will not be bringing him back. So we won't have really cap space. I'm not going to bring back any of these guys. Mason Jones, wait. Is that the Mason Jones from Alabama? No, Arkansas. Never mind. So free agents, Oladipo does have a couple contracts, but we are going to offer him about $20 million a year, and that should be enough to bring him back. It'll be a 3-year deal. And then DeMarcus Cousins, I would also like to bring back. We do not have cap space on him or with him, unfortunately. He wants $15 million though, but I will give him a 2-year contract, and we should be able to afford both Victor Oladipo and DeMarcus Cousins. And then I would like to also bring back Dante Exum on a 2-year deal. And we're going to let Sterling Brown and PJ Tucker walk. It's looking like PJ Tucker will get a nice deal from the Pelicans and sign with them. So we get Oladipo, we get DeMarcus Cousins, we get Dante Exum. That's pretty much our free agency. We're going to see how next year goes and try to be back in the playoffs and maybe win a playoff series, pretty much weighted by Christian Wood. Okay, this isn't a good sign though, as our backcourt is regressing. That's not what we want to see. Everybody else progress though. Jeez, that's not good. All right, so we do have 3 training camps, so we're going to send a bunch of guys on to potential. We're going to send Christian Wood there. Really sucks you can't send a player to multiple camps. I don't know why 2K limits that. You should just be able to. We're going to send Josh Christopher down to potential. He already had A+. Okay, and then finally, we're going to send, oh boy, I don't know. We'll just send the whole team to free throw because I don't know what else to do. So we ended the season not very good as the 13th seed. So I hope I didn't really lock myself into kind of purgatory and really with not a great backcourt. I mean, we only have Oladipo for 2 more years. Same with John Wall, and they're on fairly good contracts. And same with DeMarcus Cousins, has 1-year deal left on it. We might make some moves in the offseason. Like, I still want to build around Christian Wood, and maybe not have him as our best player, but just kind of have him as a focus point of the team's future, as we got nobody in any of these, I think, or maybe we had some Josh Christopher on all rookie second team. No Rockets in the All-Star game. But if we take a look at the stats, Christian Wood averaged 20 and 12.5. He was still pretty solid for us. DeMarcus Cousins, can't speak, averaged 20 and 10. Still pretty good. Christopher, 18 off the bench. All right. I mean, Oladipo averaged 15. He could be a trade candidate. Yep, I'm saying it right now. I could trade Victor Oladipo in the offseason. Chris Cummins was pretty good. Yeah, and he was efficient as well for us. And this is the rest of the team. There's Garrison Brooks, 30 points and 5 rebounds and just horrible efficiency. So I don't think he'll be on the team next year. So this year, kind of a wash. Let's just get into the offseason where we have potentially 3 first-round picks. And the Grizzlies win it all. John Moran is your Finals MVP. Yeah, I'm noticing the Bucks did not make the playoffs. Okay, so that pick was top 10 protected, and it's looking like, okay, we will get it. It'll be like pick 13, which is actually perfect. Literally the best case yet could us getting this pick at 13, which is being in the lottery, but it not conveying. So just don't jump up into the top 3, because we will have our pick potentially at number 5. I did trade the Pistons their pick back, because it won't convey really till like 2028, so I got 2 seconds out of that, and then let's just hope that that Rockets pick, or that Bucks pick stays at 13. So that pick it stays at 13, and of course we dropped to 7 because I never get lucky in the draft lottery. Normally I would get mad, but I just can't even get mad anymore because I'm just so used to it. The Bucks pick is at 24, but that's 3 first-round picks to turn this team around. I would like to give Steven Silas an extension. I am a fan of his. I'm not going to bring back Jeff Hornacek. I'm just not really a fan of the whole triangle. I'm going to look to bring in Steven Dawkins, and we also have another assistant coach spot, so I'm going to look to bring in Wes Unseld Jr. We're good on our trainer and everything else, and then let's get a good CFO, and that will be Samuel Olsen, and we get all these guys. We can't afford Dawkins, or maybe it said we already had that spot filled up. So, you know what? I'm just going to give Nate Tibbetts a offer, and he signs that. So, it's NBA draft time, and then, like, in a perfect world, like, Chet Holmgren or Kennedy Chandler falls to me at pick. We're 7 now. I could make a trade up. Like, we do have 7, 13, and 24, and I would be willing to package those guys for, like, pick 4. So, I would really like Jaden Hardy. I mean, let me look at the prospect scouting. So, guys I would trade up for: Patrick Baldwin, Chet Holmgren, Jaden Hardy, or Kennedy Chandler. So, I'm going to wait till pick, like, 4 and then potentially trade up. So, Chet Holmgren goes number 1. So, he's off my board. Kennedy Chandler goes 2. Great. Don't tell me Jaden Harden goes 3. And the Kings take Patrick Baldwin. Okay, so we are going to call up San Antonio, trade them 7, 24, 49, and then maybe another first. Maybe the Nets first in 2026. Do we have, or no, we have the 2025 because 2026 wasn't up yet when I made that trade. So let's see. The Spurs should be able to do that. And honestly, could we maybe, I mean, I wanted to throw in Oladipo in a trade, but I feel like we don't have to. There's really not a lot of guys I would throw in. Maybe Exum. Can I throw in Garrison Brooks? I could not. I mean, they might like Exum, actually. So let me do that instead of the 2025 first. So we're going to throw in Exum, the 24th pick, the 49th pick, and the 7th pick for pick 4. They don't agree to that. Let's see if this Maverick second can get it done. No, what about another second? If not, we might have to throw in pick 13, which is something I did not want to do. So 2 seconds, does that get it done? It does. So now we have pick 4. I'm going to take Jaden Hardy. I really kind of wanted Patrick Baldwin, but Jaden Hardy is 6'4", but I think he'd be a great player for us. So I'm going to take him, and then I'll see you guys at 13. And at 13, I'm going to take Cam Fletcher out of Kentucky. Somebody I really haven't drafted yet, so I'm excited to see what he could do. Cam Fletcher is going to be a 76 overall. Okay, we got a 78 and a 76. I'm very excited about those 2 guys. Kenyon Martin Jr. we're bringing back. Same with Garrison Brooks. I would like to get a backup big in free agency. Should we maybe try to sign James Harden? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to trade Oladipo yet. Maybe that can happen next year when he's an expiring. I'm not going to bring back Daniel. I don't know. Let me just see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Maybe 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I would just like to bring back a backup center. I don't really need to bring back Daniel House. So that center could be Rashawn Holmes. I would actually like to sign him on a 2-year deal. We actually have like 20 million cap space. All right. I mean, I wouldn't mind Mitchell Robinson. Isn't he from Houston? No, I think he's from like New Orleans. Or he's just from Louisiana. That's what I should say. We would have to clear up about $5 million for him. This would maybe be like a DeMarcus Cousins trade, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to save some money for next year. So I'm just going to look to sign Rashawn Holmes to like a 1-year deal worth about like $15 million, like a little bit of an overpay, but that's more than he'll get by any other team, so he will accept it. And we're not going to bring back anybody else, even Chris Clemens, unfortunately. Looking at play progression, yeah, Wall, Cousins, the 2 Kentucky guys regressing, and that is not a nice sight to see. Not at all. At least Christian Wood is almost a 90. Christopher's getting up there, and we'll have like Jaden Hardy and Cameron Fletcher as well, or Cam Fletcher. Oh, also, I do want to see, did KD and Kyrie potentially leave the Nets? That would have been amazing, because then their draft picks would have been pretty good for us. Let me see, did they leave the Nets? No, they all stayed. Crap. We got 3 training camps, so that is going to Jaden Hardy. He's getting 1. He was already A+, so never mind that. Christian Wood, you're getting another one. Oh, he was already A+. I should have sent him to perimeter shooting. And I'm going to send Cam Fletcher. Oh my god, he was A+. I'm so lazy. Why didn't I check? Alright, so here is the starting 5. Another year, another new small forward. We got Cam Fletcher starting at the 3 this year. We have Jaden Hardy and Josh Christopher both getting 28 minutes off the bench. Rashawn Holmes and KJ Martin. I'm playing him over Garrison Brooks. Going to give KJ a shot, or Kenyon Martin Jr. We're 7 seconds. Again, it's 3.5. I wonder. Damn, so like Jaden Hardy is not that good for it, and neither is, okay, Josh Christopher is actually great for that. So yeah, I think this could be Victor Oladipo's last year as a Rocket. We're 12th in the power rankings. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. I'm not sure if we're going to make the playoffs now. Before I simulate the end of the year, okay, so we have the Wizards lottery protected first, and our pick is swapped worst with the Rockets. So I believe we get the better of the 2 picks, I hope. So we ended the season better than last year. We ended up as the 6th seed, so we actually doubled our spot in the Western Conference. Kennedy Chandler. He would have been a nice John Wall replacement. I can't lie there. So we're taking on the Suns, a winnable game, or winnable series, I should say. Taking on Devontae Graham, Devin Booker, Josh Hart, Jalen Smith, Aiden, Precious Achiuwa, Cam Johnson, Jerry, and Aaron Holiday. Okay, I gotta pick up Achiuwa on some of these, or my next heat rebuild, because he's great in the sim in this year's game. Pretty much all the 2020 rookies are, actually. Christian Wood averaged about 20 points, 12.5 boards, 49, 30, 78 splits. Jaden Hardy, 16.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 50 from the field, 43 from 3, and 83 from the line. Wall, 16 points, 9.5 assists, 46 from the field. Alright, he does have one more year left on his contract. Jaden Hardy, I think, needs to be the starting shooting guard next year, so I think Oladipo will get traded, and he had a better year this year, so maybe his trade value is a little bit higher now. Josh Christopher, I think, is a perfect sixth man for us, and then there's DeMarcus Cousins, who is in the final year of his deal. Yeah, his efficiency is dropped off. He's regressing, unfortunately. There's Cam Fletcher, who wasn't very good as a rookie. Scares me a little bit. There's Rashawn Holmes, and then Kenyon Martin Jr. So, we got the Suns in round 1. Can we beat them? And we're up 3-0. Boom! Sweep! Let's go! We got our first playoff series victory of the video. Led by who? Nobody else but Christian Wood, who is a free agent this year, and he's probably going to demand a lot of money, so yeah, we're going to be paying him. But yeah, he was great in round 1. Can't really hit threes, but it is what it is. But yeah, we had a bunch of other guys in double figures, and can we maybe pull off the upset on the Lakers, who still have AD and LeBron? They have Daron Sharp from UNC. This is going to be tough. It really is. Let's see if we can beat them in round 2, and we are up 3-1. Oh my god, we win in 5 and we're in the conference finals. Boom, this is such a confidence booster for our team. Let's go. In Game 5, Christian Wood has 29 and 20 and hits 5 threes. Man, this guy is so good. He is so freaking good. He is breaking out. He's an 89 overall. Can we beat the Pelicans, who beat us in year 1? I doubt it, because they are so good in the sim. They also had a Mitchell Robinson. I probably wanted to go to New Orleans, as I mentioned, or Louisiana. You know what I mean. But we win Game 2, okay. We win in a shootout by 6 points. We split the games in New Orleans. That's actually fantastic. That really is. So, can we maybe go up 2-1? No, we cannot. All right, we end up losing by 6 at home. Don't go down 3-1. All right, that might be it for us. And 3-2, can we force a Game 7? I don't know. I would be a fan of that at home here in the Toyota Center or Arena, but no, we end up getting blown out. Oh boy, we lost by 28 points. It is disappointing. You got a Hawks-Pelicans finals. The Pelicans do win it all. But you know what? Made it to the conference finals. That is huge for us. Chris Paul retires, actually. That was pretty new. He doesn't usually retire that early. So here in the lottery, we would have the Wizards pick if it wasn't in the lottery. So they will get it no matter what. So yeah, we're not going to be picking here anywhere in the lottery. We do have our pick at 19. And we would have had the Nets pick at 15, which would have been nice. But this was the odd year. I think this actually should have been a swap, right? It probably should have been. I'm not going to go back and change it, but we would have been up 4 spots higher. It is what it is. But we are going to look to move Victor Oladipo. I mean, if there is a center on the market, I would go after that said player, because DeMarcus Cousins probably not coming back. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns is in the final year of his deal. I don't think we have the assets to pull this off. Like Victor Oladipo, I would also throw in Cam Fletcher. I don't know if that could happen. And then I would also give you 19 and then the Wizards pick next year. I don't think that it's an expiring contract, but I think we're ready to make a splash. Losing like Oladipo was expected. Losing Cam Fletcher does hurt, but I think if we can make a splash for Cat, who the Timberwolves haven't done really much, he might ask for a trade. It's the final year of his deal. They're getting 2 first-round picks, a young player, and a solid player right now. I think this is a pretty good return. Boom! Karl-Anthony Towns on the Rockets. I love that you can trade for Cat this year. All right, so we have our front court. We really do. I'm a huge fan of that. We have our backcourt. We have our 6th man. I still need to find our 7th man. I don't know why I said 7th man. We need to find our small forward. We took Alfred Hayward in the 2nd round with pick 55. We're going to pick up these guys' team options. So, yeah, Christian Wood is getting whatever he wants. He is. We are bringing him back. I'm so excited for Christian Wood, Karl-Anthony Towns front court. He is not interested in signing with us. What? I don't know. Whatever, dude. I'm going to give you a lot of money. So, yeah, we're going to give him about 33 mil player option. That should be able to bring him back. I don't know. There's some good free agents here that we could have went after, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, we're going to get him back. So, Cousins, honestly, is a backup center. I would give a 1-year deal to as well. So, let's see. We bring back Wood and Cousins. Sweet. And that means we're not going to bring back Rashawn Holmes. And Devo's a free agent as well. Imagine he leaves Minnesota. I don't know. It's looking like they're going to try their best to bring him back. So, looking at our team, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would like to sign another small forward. That could be, I guess, Glenn Robinson. I mean, do I really want him? I would actually go after Jabari Parker. I mean, it doesn't really help out our defense, but he can provide us some offense. He'll only play like 24 minutes a night, and we'll give a lot of minutes to Josh Christopher. Now, I regret letting go of Chris Clemens because I would really like a better backup point guard. I mean, we could go that Adrian Hayward guy we just drafted, or Alfred Hayward. Yeah, you know what? We actually will. We'll play the 45th overall pick. Why not? So play progression. John Wall does regress. He probably won't be playing a lot of minutes, so our point guard position might be weak this year. But this three here, Wood, Towns, and Hardy, and even Josh Christopher, I'm very excited to see play for us. So we have 3 training camps again. I'm going to send Christian Wood a perimeter shooting. Finally got around to doing that. We are also going to send... Josh Christopher on on-top potential, and we will do the same with... Actually, no, I'm going to send... I think Karl-Anthony Towns, the big man defense. Yeah, we made a splash there. Let's hope that that front court can lead us to maybe an NBA championship this year. I don't know. So here is the starting 5. I'm actually going to start Kenyon Martin Jr. at the 3. It's going to look a little bit different. Yeah, we have Karl-Anthony Towns, Kenyon Martin Jr. at the 3. And then, yeah, we have Jaden Hardy finally starting for us. And then off the bench, Josh Christopher, DeMarcus Cousins, Jabari Parker, and Alfred Hayward. I have no idea how this is going to go. We're 4 stars, 7 seconds or less. We're coming in at 8th in the power rankings. We made it to the conference finals last year. Can we make it to the NBA finals this year? Possibly. And we finally get our first 1 seed. We are 3rd in the power rankings. Cade Cunningham's winning MVPs. All right, but we don't get coach of the year. Damn. We are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, as I mentioned, which is great to see. That maybe we can maybe make a playoff run. I don't know. Jaden Hardy was our leading scorer. Okay, breaks out in his sophomore year, 24 points and shot 50, 40, 90. Karl-Anthony Towns, about 19 points, 9 rebounds, 40 from 3. Christian Wood, about 19 points and almost 12 and a half boards, 36 from 3. You love to see that. Christopher and John Wall around 15 points apiece. Cousins at 10. KJ Martin was efficient, 60% from the field. He doesn't really take a lot of threes or really any at all. How did Alfred Hayward do? Not bad. He was efficient. And then Jabari Parker wasn't too bad either. So round 1 against the Lakers, who still... No, they don't have LeBron. They have Jeremy Grant, who... I don't know, 2K might have to mess with his tendencies a little bit. Oh, they have AD and Joel Embiid. Don't do this to me, 2K. Don't do this to me. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, thank you. We win in 5. Taking on the Warriors in round 2. They got Curry, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Pascal Wiseman, Benedict Mathurin, Wiggins, Love, Bazley. Holy crap, that team is kind of deep. Here are the playoff stats after round 1, but yeah, I'm a little nervous taking on that Warriors team. That Lakers team was tough, but we ended up beating the Warriors in 5. Let's go. Taking on the Pelicans, looking for revenge for beating us last year. Cam Thomas looks pretty good. They got, obviously, Ingram and Zion. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Game 1, we lost. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we lost. Game 5, we win. Come on, Game 6. Game 7, please. You're kidding me.